There's no denying Hermione Granger made quite an impact on the wizarding world of Harry Potter, and it would have been quite different if she hadn't been around. Hermione is known for being the smartest, most talented witch of her age. There are a numerous amount of times that she and her best friends Harry Potter and Ron Weasley survived because of her quick thinking. Her bravery, kindness and loyalty showed through the series, making it safe to say she is one of the strongest, most developed female characters in the whole of Harry Potter. So in today's video we are going to do Hermione some great justice and go over her 8 best moments during Harry Potter. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and let us know that you subscribe by commenting down below "I subscribed" for a chance to be within a shout out at the end of the month.
It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
Number 1. Escaping Devil's Snare. So we all know the first movie is The Philosopher's Stone, and during this movie we see Hermione figure out how her and her fellow friends Harry and Ron can escape the Devil's Snare plant that they get stuck in after getting past Fluffy. If it wasn't for Hermione identifying the plant and recognising they had to remain calm and not struggle in order to get free, the trio would have not escaped. This is a pretty easy task for her and Harry, but Ron on the other hand isn't quite as calm. This is where Hermione's quick thinking comes into play once more, as she remembers that the plant doesn't like sunlight, so she casts a spell that forces the Devil's Snare to let Ron go. I guess being a know-it-all really does have its advantages. Hermione was able to think on her feet in a dangerous situation, all down to her being so keen on studying.
Lucky Hermione pays attention in herbology.
Number 2. Brewing the Polyjuice Potion. Polyjuice Potion requires a high level of skill to brew, and you would think that Hermione, being only a child, would not be able to make such a thing, but she surprises everybody when she knows how to create the potion in just her 2nd year at Hogwarts. In Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Hermione successfully brews a Polyjuice Potion for herself, Harry and Ron. Harry and Ron turn into Crabbe and Goyle, and although it technically works on Hermione as well, it's not the way she wants it to be. A mix-up with cat hair causes Hermione to take some characteristics of a cat, leaving her unable to help Harry and Ron in the intended task. Still, this small mistake doesn't distract from the fact that Hermione was able to brew an extremely difficult potion in only her 2nd year, which is so impressive and a great example of her advanced skills.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Me too.
Number 3. Punching Draco Malfoy. Let's admit it, everybody at some point in time has wanted to stick one at Malfoy, and it just so happens that Hermione does what so many have been wanting to do.
You foul, loathsome, evil little cockroach!
In Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, we see Hermione punch Draco in the face. The reason why this happened is because Draco and his posse are stood laughing, waiting to see the execution of Buckbeak, and Hermione just can't contain her anger. After all, it is Draco's fault that Buckbeak is in this situation, so we can't really blame Hermione for being so frustrated with him. To start off with, Hermione wanted to use a spell on Draco, but she listened to Ron after he said not to, and she lowered her wand, but then immediately turns round and punches Draco right in the face, and he runs away quite scared. Just like Ron said, it's a brilliant moment.
That felt good.
Not good. Brilliant.
Number 4. Using the Time Turner to save Sirius Black and Buckbeak. Hermione is given a Time Turner by Professor McGonagall, so she is able to take extra classes. However, her and Harry are able to go back in time and save both Sirius Black and Buckbeak in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban using the said Time Turner.
Oh, by the way, when in doubt, I find retracing my steps to be a wise place to begin.
When they travel back in time, Hermione knows just what they have to do in order to avoid any terrible consequences. She knows to throw rocks into Hagrid's hut, and she also knows to replicate the call of a werewolf to distract Professor Lupin in his werewolf farm. The entire time travel sequence shows Hermione at her best, and it really shows how amazing she truly is.
Hermione, that's the man who betrayed my parents. You don't expect me to just sit here.
Yes, and you must.
Number 5. Changing her parents' memory. In Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1, while Hermione is leaving home, Hermione alters her parents' memory so they won't remember anything about her. She does this in order to protect them, seeing as Voldemort is now on the rise again. Even though it is a great idea, it's not easy for her to go through with because they are her parents after all, and she doesn't want them to forget her, but in order to keep them safe, she has to remove all memory of her from them. As a viewer, you can really see how hard this task is for Hermione to do, and it's an extremely sad moment for her, but it shows how strong she is and how willing she is to go through with anything to protect her family.
Obliviate.
Number 6. Destroying a Horcrux. Towards the end of the final film, Hermione finally gets her shot at destroying a Horcrux with a basilisk fang.
You do it.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
The Horcrux she destroys is Helga Hufflepuff's cup, and she completes this task inside the Chamber of Secrets. After everything Hermione has put on the line to bring her and her friends to this point, it's fitting that she finally gets to destroy a Horcrux just like the others have done, which brings them even closer to defeating Lord Voldemort himself. This is really a moment of triumph for Hermione, and you can just tell from watching, she is pleased that she finally gets to destroy a Horcrux. Number 7. Standing up to Ron. Love can be a truly amazing thing, and before Hermione and Ron finally locked lips beside a pile of basilisk fangs, romantic, right? They spent years bickering and falling out. Hermione was never afraid to stand up to Ron in those years before they got together though. After all, Ron was a little bit immature towards Hermione, so he kinda deserves it. However, there is a specific moment in the Goblet of Fire where Ron asks Hermione to the ball after remembering that she was in fact a girl.
Wait, Hermione, you're a girl.
Very well spotted.
And he didn't know who else to ask, so she was basically a last resort. Most other teenage girls would have been traumatized to have been asked out on a date as a last resort. Hermione, however, is not like most teenagers. No, instead of mourning over the potential date with Ron, she asks a dashing Triwizard champion and Quidditch star Victor Krum, who just so happens to be Ron Hero 2, to go to the ball with her. Now that really is a way to stand up to somebody.
I won't be going alone because, believe it or not, someone's asked me.
Number 8. Withstanding Bellatrix Lestrange's torture. Hermione is often recognised for her brains, which has managed to get her, Harry and Ron out of many sticky situations. In Deathly Hallows, Hermione is faced with something that really does test her abilities. After being on the run from a bunch of snatchers, the gang were taken to Malfoy Manor, where Bellatrix proceeds to torture Hermione using the Cruciatus Curse. It was a testament to Hermione's toughness, as she was able to walk away without lasting damage. She spent time in the Shell Cottage recovering, but in traditional Hermione fashion, she was on her feet in no time, solving more mysteries and just being a smartass.
We have to do something. There's no way out of here. We've tried everything.
Well, there we have it. 8 of the best Hermione Granger moments in Harry Potter. Leave a like on this video if you did enjoy, and leave a comment in the comment section letting us know if you think we missed out any important moment or amazing moments that Hermione Granger has done in Harry Potter. Let us know in the comments, guys. Share this video and our other videos with your Potter friends, and we will be seeing you in the next video.